My name is Robert Shawhan. I'm the developer of GraphPad, and today I'm going to demonstrate the configuration options. These are only available in the configurable version, and that really should be purchased as part of the company contract. The first thing that I'm going to demonstrate is that when we launch the configurable version, that there are no stored document types, and there's no custom libraries. Okay. To distribute configurations, it's just through an email attachment, and in this case we're going to open this one up. And we're going to open it up in the configurable version. Notice that I have my own tool that allows me to create these configuration files. And now we'll see that we have a custom document type, and we also have our custom libraries. So looking at the document type first, we'll just open one real quick. And if we zoom over, this is a B-size drawing. And what it has is it has custom form entries. And we'll notice this entry would be at an angle. If we type it in, and I'm going to put myself down as the owner. When we hit return, you'll notice it actually populates the appropriate field. We can have fields populated at angles, etc. We can have calculations, and the document itself is multi-page, and so each page can have different information that's captured. Because we know exactly where these fields are, we can then also use this as part of an XML file, and then in some sort of an FTP process, we could send it out and then potentially have it automatically loaded into a backend with the PDF file actually loaded in a particular location for a particular customer, etc. So let's go ahead and delete this, and we'll zoom out. And notice when we do a delete, it deletes the geometry and any stuff that we've created on the drawing, but the form aspects will actually remain consistent. This is consistent with the summary table, which has already been is already part of GraphPad. So looking at the libraries themselves, here we can have the company designation, and then of course all of the libraries will appear, library entries will appear as part of the tool palette. We have different types of library entries, and so we're going to start off with a symbol. So we'll take this symbol and we'll add it. And what we're going to notice about a symbol is symbols plot above lines. So if we move this or pass a line through it, we'll see that we see the symbol. It covers up the line. We can also attach lines to a symbol. Let's get rid of this line first. So for example, if we attach to the center point of this symbol, it will then move with the lines themselves. We have other examples of symbols. We'll just bring this up real quick. Symbols, the attachment points can be anywhere on the symbol. So in this case we've got a pump, we've got both the inlet and the outlet, and if we add lines to that, we'll see that it's at the appropriate locations. We also have an easier to create image library entries, which are just images. And these are just PNG files, and they have all the image properties. And so we can actually bring up the data associated with this image. Sorry, go into point mode. And then we can actually change it so it resizes, scales proportionally. We can show length and width, just like any other image in GraphPad. We'll open up a different type of object. Actually, we'll go into the floor plans. And again, let me delete everything on the page. I'm going to actually set the scale so it's more appropriate. Okay. So in this case, these are actual geometry entries, and this is a door. And doors are attached to walls, and so if we check the distance between, we'll just grab a point here, the walls are 6 inches apart, and we'll see that that's 6 inches, as we'd expect. We can have fairly complicated geometry that we import. This is still relatively simple, but we can make it as complicated as we want, etc. And if we look at electro symbols, again, we've got different versions here of the same concept, right? So if we have a blank symbol, actually there was another example where we have a combination where we could actually switch out the letter. In this case, lines can attach to all 4 points, and we'll move with the appropriate lines, excuse me. And those are the standard options that we have available within GraphPad. So we can have configurable libraries, we can have costs associated with those entries, so as we drop them on the form, it actually adds to a bill of materials and a total. In addition to that, we can actually go into full-blown customizations where the entire application is customized to a user's specification. However, that gets into rather significant costs, and this is an effort to provide some level of customization that's at a much more reasonable price point. And that's my presentation. Thank you.